What's up guys, this is Coach Donny from Elevate Yourself, where we change lives through volleyball, training, and inspirational content. Welcome to my volleyball coach reaction to Haikyuu Season 4, Episode 15. If you're new to this channel, I'm a volleyball coach, volleyball player, and personal trainer who provides volleyball tutorials, jump training workouts, and other cool volleyball videos. I'm very proud to announce my very first sponsor of these Haikyuu videos, Tokyo Treat, which is a really cool Japanese snack service, which I'll talk about later at the halftime. And I'll also do a special unboxing and tasting menu. I don't know how you guys capture all these small details. Maybe that's the benefit of watching this anime 10, 15 times. And I'm definitely gonna watch this anime a second time around once I finish all the way through Season 4. And if Season 5 isn't released yet, then I'll probably go back to Season 1. But what a special detail where even in a scene where that's showing only for a few seconds, even that has meaning that shows 12 crows flying out to represent every player from Karasuno. Another cool detail that you pointed out is how the new outro features all the teams that lost at Nationals and it shows them training. I thought it was just featuring all the variety of teams that were in Season 4, but to show that the teams that lost are already training again for the next tournament is inspirational to all the teams that don't get to make it far in the tournament, and to show that the best way to deal with the loss is to keep training. Thanks for clarifying this detail that the character designs are specifically from the manga and animators are just following the directives from the creators of the manga. Although a few of you have pointed out that there's been some differences in specific scenes, like the last scene where I was talking about Hinata running a slide play, and in the manga, he's jumping off of 1 foot, but for some reason, in that scene, they're animating him jumping off of 2 feet. So I'm curious why there are those type of discrepancies between the manga and the animation. Now let's get this Haikyuu party started. The recap. I think this is the scene where someone mentioned that even Kageyama was impressed with the perfection of how they executed this. It is perfection. Everyone's frozen. Wait, did you say I can't be as accurate as Kageyama or I can be? I can't be as accurate as Tobio. But he just set a very accurate set, so I wonder what he means by that. Ooh, Aran looks a little different this episode. Typical sibling relationships. It's usually the little brother that is a little more irresponsible, but also the big risk taker. By the way, James sent me a text after uploading the previous episode saying he can't wait for me to watch this one, so this one's going to be a good one. If James says it's going to be good, which he rarely says it is, I mean, he thinks the whole anime is good, but sometimes he'll send me like a little teaser text, and that kind of builds up my excitement, so I'm looking forward to this episode. I'm hoping that the animation is still pretty good, though. Found. It's always exciting to see what the meaning for each episode is. Oh, right through the seam. Oh, another crazy back quick set. That's a risky set because you can't see where you're setting. That just comes from playing together a lot. Oh, they're showing them up. I'm assuming when he says creep him out, that's probably a compliment by saying, you're doing some crazy things, brother. Ooh, front back and quick. These are patterns that you have to recognize. Oh, triple block. Let's go back to that strategy there. So Atsumu here is thinking about his strategy where he studied Kageyama, probably from watching him from previous games, but specifically in this match. And a lot of times people will ask me, how do you know where the setter is going to set? The most obvious way is reading body language, but the more advanced setters usually tend to keep very consistent body language, so it's harder for you to read. Then you have to just go based on experience and patterns. And that's also part of reading, is using previous information to inform your next decision. So he identified a pattern that Kageyama tends to run the quick set off of a messy situation or a bad pass. And you just have to take calculated risks. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to be right every time, but you have to be okay being wrong 10% of the time so you can be right 90% of the time. Because if you don't make an early move or any read, you're going to be wrong 100% of the time. Triple block, man, they read that so easy. Hinata needs to learn how to hit around a triple commit block. Although when you're running that fast of a tempo, it's hard to change direction. Let's see how Kageyama's going to be adapting. Kageyama is so chill. And another crazy back quick. Yeah, the animation is not as good in this one. It's not as detailed and not as fluid. I can't wait to see how Karasuno is going to respond. They always got something special up their sleeve. Let's see what Hinata does. Throw in a couple tips, hit off the hands. Are these the commentators talking? Or just random? Oh, that's the frustration face. Expression. That is very difficult to do, to animate emotion. You should try this yourself. Try to draw special facial emotions, and oftentimes they just look very stiff or too cartoony. Now I know this is a cartoon, but what makes Haikyu extra special is that it feels real. The emotions that they're capturing through their cartoon, and I'm sure some of you guys are punching the screen right now for me calling this a cartoon. It's a cartoon. Anime is a category of cartoon. But the way animators know how to capture that emotion is they have to do research. Now, what does doing research as an illustrator or an animator mean? That means using yourself or a friend as a subject. And if you want to learn what frustration looks like, you literally have to take 10s, 20s, 30s different variations of photographs of someone who looks frustrated. And I remember when I was animating, we were always encouraged to look in the mirror and just practice these facial expressions. Like, you have to really feel the facial expressions. And then once you see what frustrated looks like, you'll notice that there's a wrinkle here, your lip might be higher here, there's a little wrinkle in between the nose and the eyebrow, and you got some wrinkles here. Maybe the eyebrows are pointing downward. And it's very easy to miss all these details unless you actually see it yourself. And that's really the best way as a form of study. And you do want to take photographs of other people showing frustration, because everyone has a little bit different facial expression. But this animator did an excellent job capturing that emotion. At least I think it is the frustration. Oh, good dig from Nishinoya, good sprawl. Oh, come on, change it up, Hinata. Do something different. He sees the block. Oh, over swings. But did he get a touch off the block? Yes, he did. Finally, Hinata adjusts. Good job, Hinata. And I like that Kageyama continues to go back to Hinata and trust him. Yeah, it's a sign of a fierce competitor who doesn't get rattled by mistakes or That is very surprising. The old Kageyama would have yelled at Hinata, telling him to see the block better, but he's just trusting his hitters are going to eventually figure it out. That's a big evolution there. Overpass. Are they going to finally be able to read the twins? Suki will. Oh, Suki! Finally, I knew he was going to show up. That was the first time. Yeah, okay, we gotta watch this scene, and we're gonna learn a little bit from what Suki is looking at. If you want to learn how to read offense, and this is something I do as a defender, but especially if you're a middle blocker, you have to look at people's approaches before the ball even gets to the setter. A lot of people wait for the ball to get to the setter before they make a blocking decision. Now notice I said blocking decision and not blocking move. Decisions are made up here, move is made with your body. So Tsuki is tracking the middle, but also his Asumu's brother, the twin, at the same time. And in that split second, he's able to see two approaches coming at him, and he's reading that this is the right time that Atsumu will probably set his brother. But he won't know where to block unless he actually sees all the information beforehand. So read blocking is about taking in as many cues and patterns and information before the situation actually happens. So he looks left and right, he sees all the approaches, and he's able to make a calm decision to close. And look at that great hand penetration from his blocking technique. And the crowd gets amped, or the team gets amped. Oh, I do miss Aone. He might be one of my favorite characters. I would say top 5 for sure. Maybe because he's nice to Hinata. Oh, that's a little smirk from Tsuki. Wow. Tsuki actually cares about something? Yeah, I'll get chills too. I've always wanted to stop one of those. And the timing off of that pass looked a little funny. Okay, if we can watch this little clip in slow motion, I'll explain why this animation is a little bit funny. I just happened to freeze frame it here. Nose looks a little off, the proportions a little funky, and those two fingers look like they're connected into one finger. So as a passer's getting ready to pass, usually you want to form your platform before the ball gets to you. Even if it's a fast serve, just form your platform earlier. And so at this moment, this is the right moment to actually contact the ball, but you see how the passer doesn't even have the platform out. So it's really strange for the passer to form it right at the moment of contact. That's why it looked funny, like it was kind of flying off instead of being passed. Oh, Tsuki makes another read. It's so calm now. No music, no crowd. I wonder if that was the director's choice. Who's the samurai dude? Oh, Tanaka's demanding it. Oh, his girlfriend's getting mad. Oh, just crush it. Come on, Tanaka. Did he get a kill? Is he going to get out of the way? Oh, yes, Tanaka. Good job. If you ever watch me play live in person, I yell a lot, especially when I'm really competitive and really into it. And I say things like, "Aya!" I don't remember where I got that from. Probably just being Chinese, and that's just a very common sound, and I don't even know if it means anything particular. It's kind of like a grunt. It has multiple meanings. You say it when you get kicked in the shin, you go, "Aya!" But also when you're trying to hit something really hard, "Aya!" I think that's why I also relate very closely to Tanaka. And sometimes when I scream, people will laugh, and I don't care. And then when I score the point, I feel like I'm proving that audience wrong, that I don't care how I sound, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to score the point. That's why I like my man, Tanaka. Shark teeth. That's a good quality. You want teammates like that. Yeah, Tanaka looks kind of funky here. Nose is a little bit too long. Did I miss the score? Did Karasuno win? Who is Inu Oka? Is that Aone? Yes, I want to hear more taiko drums from the Karasuno fans. No sighing. Yeah, you don't want to take any chances to discourage your home team. Tsuki's glasses look more like goggles. They should have made the glasses a little bit bigger. And his proportions are actually pretty long, longer than normal. He just looks like a completely different person when they don't manage those proportions well. Who's he setting? Is he setting Tsuki? Oh, he is. He's setting him higher. That's right. He's gonna hit over the block. Oh, higher than Shiratorizawa. Dang, he heads right over them on the baseline. That was a high contact point. What's Tsuki's response? What is he gonna do? He's glaring at me. Man, no reaction from Tsuki? I like that Kageyama's pushing him to hit at his peak. Okay, so the game is not over. I think this is still the first set. Wow, 3 episodes just to cover the first set. No reaction for Tsuki? I thought... Alright, halftime show. We finally get to try some of these treats. I'm not going to eat them during the show because I don't want my crunching sounds to bother people while they're trying to enjoy the reaction, but I do want to taste test some. I've been thinking about this entire time. But first, we have to do an official unboxing of the Tokyo Treat box. So I've selected 2 treats from the box. We got the strawberry milk Kit Kat. We also got the Mike popcorn. I wonder why it's called Mike. But it looks like it's shrimp flavored. I'm gonna try the salty one first because I like to end on a sweet note. Frito-Lay. I didn't know. I guess every company does try to break into different industries. Not really sure what this is. This looks like cabbage. Wow. If you like shrimp chips, you will definitely like these. For being shipped overseas, the popcorn's still pretty fluffy and it's got a nice crunch to it. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by how good this one tastes. All right, let's go to the next one. Strawberry milk Kit Kats. I've noticed that Kit Kat definitely has a mainstay in Japanese snacks. There's so many different types of Kit Kat flavors. It was a big bag. Look at all the different packages you get. I wonder if these are different flavors or it's just different types of packaging. We'll try the red one first. Man, I love Kit Kats, but to have such a unique flavor, strawberry milk, definitely worth trying. I am pleasantly surprised with just the first 2 snacks that I chose. I'm not gonna try all of them in this video. I'll probably maybe try 1 or 2 more at the end of this video and then some more in future episodes to let you know what some of these snacks taste like. But they're very delicious so far, I gotta say. If you do want to order your own Tokyo Treat subscription, make sure you click on the link below to try your own Tokyo Treat, which is a monthly subscription service where every month you get a different variety of treats, and there is a curator that's dedicated to choosing what treats go together, what varieties are popular at that time, and also, as we saw from this month, they're also based on some holiday themes. So every month you get a different type of treat, authentic Japanese snacks, definitely worth trying. Now let's get back to the show. All right, I gotta eat one more bite of popcorn here because it is halftime. And we got some new creatures, no more fat birds. We got foxes. All right, that's my last bite. I think this was the other jump floater other than Yamaguchi. Man, I'm still disappointed that Tsuki didn't go crazy after that block. I was super hyped when Tsuki last time got a huge block against Ushijima. Alright, we gotta go back to what he was thinking. I was busy talking. So we're not up against college guys, adults, or aliens. I think that's a good way to make sure he doesn't psych himself out that these are just another high school volleyball team. Just do what you usually do. That's a good mental tactic. Jump floater. Oh, that thing's moving. Good save from their libero. Alright, now we get to see what Coach Ukai meant by leaving him. He's probably just fully committing to that twin. Inooka. Okay, so Hinata's gonna commit to the middle. So he's taking advantage of his quickness to be able to recover from getting faked out. I'm gonna read that again. Something like... sounds like something a somewhat bright animal could put on. Ooh, Hinata talking smack back. I love these little quirky personality moments. Oh, he is committing. No matter what, he's committing with Osamu. Oh, okay. Got a block. But they're probably going to recover from it. Oh, hit the ground. He got a stuff block. Wow, 164 centimeters blocking 183. 18-18. We talked about the disadvantage of such a quick set is very difficult to change direction because the ball is only in the hitting window for a split second. Let's see how the twins respond. Okay, well that was all thanks to this jump float, kind of threw them out of system. Okay, now he adjusts by hitting right over Hinata. That's one of the best things you can do as a setter. Part of setting is the physical aspect, and making sure you can actually set well, get your feet to the ball, and execute a hittable ball. The other part is strategizing, right? Knowing your matchups, who's going to block which hitter does better against certain blockers, and what the other blockers are doing. But the third aspect, which is the most difficult aspect, is managing your hitter's confidence. Not only are you trying to manage your own confidence during the game like a normal competitive athlete, but you need your hitters to mentally and emotionally stay positive and aggressive and confident throughout the entire match. And so in this moment where Osamu got blocked by someone who was a lot shorter, he went right back at him to give him an opportunity to redeem himself. And as a setter, that also communicates that you fully trust your hitter and you show it. So I love it when setters repeat the hitters after they make a mistake. That's a great way to build their confidence. I'm gonna sneak another bite of this popcorn, man. This is no joke. This is like so yummy. When your serving specialist came in to serve 2 balls, that's a good ratio. Oh, Hinata with his commit again. Oh, he hits right over it. Daichi with the dig. If Hinata jumps a little later, he could win this joust. If you jump too early, people who are taller will just keep their hands on top of you. And whoever is the last one to make the last push wins the joust. Oh, Hinata's taking a step back to get a bigger... Oh, come on. What's going to happen here? Is he going to wipe it? Oh. Poor Hinata. He even loaded back to try to get that one. Ooh, on his knees in front of Osamu. Oh, Some good, man, this is just firing Hinata up. That's why I like Hinata so much, is he doesn't get discouraged. He uses that to fire him up.
まあ今の試合はたまたまだけど、1対1でブロック抜かれ続けるのはストレスだろうね。1本目ラッキーで止めたから。
Man, I would tell the setter, set me again. I'm gonna punish this trash talker. Lost in the crowd. We haven't seen this tactic in a while.
最初は頭に入ってたけど、双子の速攻を見てからは俺の方が速いとかそんなことばっか考えてたとかかな。
Suki is just this cloud over Hinata. Okay, so he's telling Hinata, you gotta stop running those free quicks. Slow down your rhythm a little bit. Oh, and he got a good cover. That's a good sharp angle from Tanaka. That was nuts. What was that flash? Oh, he got blocked. Man, this is such a close game. Just gotta swing a little bit higher. Yeah, being a decoy is such a tiring job. You get to go up with that intensity every single time is really challenging. What did he say, really too? Oh, he said like hell I'm scared. That's gonna give Hinata a boost. It should. Oh, he's gonna channel Aone's spirit to make himself even scarier. I love that he's trying to channel that energy. Okay, that was a good jump sword animation. Okay, that looks a lot better. Remember how we talked about before where that previous pass from the libero from Inari looked kind of funny because he kind of formed his platform like right when the ball touched him, or actually a little bit after. Here, even if you don't make a good pass, most people are going to form the platform right before the ball gets to you or earlier than that. So let's play this one in slow motion where you see how his platform's already out. So that looks a lot more normal. Like even though this is a bad pass, that looked a lot more natural. Who's the most? Oh, the zombie was the most annoying blocker. I forgot his name already. The clown. Yes. Channel him. Channel him. Come on, Hinata. Oh, diving block. Who is that talking? Oh, he funneled him to Nishinoya. He did his job. Oh, because he took away his angle shot. But I still don't know who that was talking. Get lost in the crowd. Synchronized attack! Oh. Who hit that one? Oh, that's Daichi. Oh, he consciously did the synchronized attack. Okay, that's who he was hearing, because he sneezed. I forgot his name. Hinata. Dude, he walked away from Hinata when Hinata was having a moment. Man, 2020 is already in the second half of this episode. Man, who are these two people talking? There's no mic. I don't think they're announcers. But apparently they know Coach Ukai and the grandpa. Okay. No words from the coach? Oh, I like that they're referring to the Shirotoi Zawa match. Yep. We do not want to get distracted by one player. Let me see if I can understand what he means by that. Read blocking starts to shine in the latter half of the game. So read blocking requires a lot of prior information. So you're essentially spending the first 10-15 points doing your best to block, but gathering information. So you're not committing to anybody early in particular. But over time, you start to recognize patterns, you start to make better moves, your instincts get faster and sharper as you start to see the same things. And so I'm assuming that's what he means by trust your read blocking, be patient, it will work out in the end. And I like how both coaches, both Coach Ukai and the Inari coach, are preaching patience, especially when it's this close. Don't try to win it on 1 point, 1 pass. That's the biggest mistake you can make in tight situations. Reusing Kageyama's serving animation. Ooh, Aran, we haven't seen him in a while. That guy's a powerful hitter. Did he bounce it or did he get blocked? Oh, he bounced that thing. Damn, how many blockers was that against? Was that against 3? 3 blockers. Man, that was a good wrist away from the body. Bounce ball. That's like Wilfredo Leon. Oh, he went above the triple block. Dang. I like how Asahi just says like, nah, I can't do that. But he still had a smile because he has confidence that he can get kills in other ways. There goes Aran's kind of kooky serving routine. Oh, that top spin. Man, great backspin on the pass though. Helps keep the ball on your side. Come on, Asahi, show him how to break through the block. That's his specialty. Break through the gates of Dateko. What's he gonna do? Oh, the tip! But did he tip it too high? No, he didn't. Did not expect that coming. I think it's hilarious that Asahi apologized about this. I'm assuming he's apologizing that he had to tip because he was trying to score a point versus his usual hard hit. Like he's backing down from them or somehow not honoring them by not hitting his hardest. He is a big guy with a big heart. One thing that's great about these two plays when Aran got a bounce kill, sharp angle over the block, and then Asahi got a tip kill over the block, they both score points. And sometimes we get too obsessed with trying to place shots too much or trying to hit hard all the time. The end goal is for the ball to hit the floor on the other team's side. Doesn't matter how you do it. That should be our end goal. Our end goal shouldn't be try to hit as hard. Our end goal shouldn't try to be tricky with our shots. Our end goal is to find a way for the ball to hit the floor. And there's a million ways to do that. So we want to make sure we have that end goal always in mind. I don't think I've ever seen Asahi tip. That was a good upward angle of Hoshiumi. Oh, he might be overhyped. Even though his serve sucks. I like how honest people are about Hinata. Oh, okay. We got Yamaguchi coming in. He's crying. Poor Hinata. There's just an aura sometimes that you feel from somebody. That's great advice to yourself. Self-talk. Another lesson we can learn from Yamaguchi. You notice that Yamaguchi went from not getting any playing time to becoming a serving specialist to failing under pressure to getting lucky under pressure, now to serving consistently under pressure, and now being called upon and dependent on under pressure. It's been an incredible evolution. We can definitely learn from Yamaguchi's self-talk, and I'm huge on self-talk. If you look at a lot of the best athletes in the world, the moment before a big situation happens or a big point, they're breathing and you can see their lips moving. Sometimes you can actually see them talking to themselves. A lot of people will just talk in their heads, but you might see them say something as they're getting ready for a stressful, high-pressure moment. And one way to keep yourself calm under pressure is to have the identical routine. You have to have the same body movements, the same breathing patterns, and the same thoughts. And you have complete control over that. That's how you can lock yourself into rhythm and to make sure you focus on what you can control versus what you can't control, which is serving in. Like at the end of the day, you really can't ultimately have full control over the ball. You might mishit it, there might be wind, the lighting might be funky, but you can always control what you do with your body. Here we have Yamaguchi thinking about his steps, his footwork, his routine, and you actually see Matt Anderson do this from the USA men's national team. He has a routine where he starts on the baseline, he waits for the ball, and then he bounces it and then walks. And I've seen him restart that whole routine. Let's say there's like a little bit of a delay in getting the ball. Even though he's already walked past the service line, he'll go back to the service line, or actually he'll throw the ball back to the ball boy or ball girl, signal to have the ball thrown back at him, and then go through this whole serving routine. So routines are so important, especially if you want to become a consistent, deadly server. Yeah, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you think, the way you touch the ball, the way you spin it, what you look at. Oh. Serving their toughest best hitter to throw him out of his hitting rhythm. Ooh, what's this flashback here? Oh, so he's trying to go through his routine, but he's getting distracted now. He needs to lock in on one point in space. Look at the court or look at the ball. Something to lock you back into your rhythm. Or just breathe it out. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Come on, Yamaguchi, you can do it. Oh, yes! His mentor! Oh, that's so cool. He's helping him focus on a trigger. I remember this. This was such an amazing intertwining of that previous scene. So beautiful. Oh, I'm getting chills, man. I'm getting goosebumps from that scene. Oh, that's an ace. And he's clenching the apron with the pig. Man, I'm really getting chills. We gotta watch that scene again. By the way, I don't recommend doing this to your friend, or if you're a parent, absolutely do not yell something when your child's about to serve. That's like the worst thing you could do. In the anime, it actually is working really well. But when someone's getting nervous, the worst thing you could do is to distract them. Unless you have a prior agreement where maybe you have a whistle or maybe you have a signal that you can give in case they crack under pressure. So make sure you talk to the person before you do this or before you even want to do this. I noticed that anytime there's silence and someone yells, something great's gonna happen. At least in Haikyuu. Man, I love the shaking of the camera. Oh, man. Like a father figure. Focus on the pig. I wonder why he's saying Tadashi. Is that his name? Man. And I love that there just hasn't been a lot of music in this episode. And of course, when I say that, the music comes in. Oh, man. That's a heartfelt scene. How much work has his mentor put in? And how much sacrifice he's given. He's got that one role to try to be there for Yamaguchi. I wonder if he's fired up or jealous of Yamaguchi, since they both have the same roles of serving specialists. Moipon! Oh, now he's locked in. Don't tell me it's over. Of course it is. Alright, we gotta watch the moment where we do the 12 crows fly here. No, these are all the teams that lost. I'm gonna watch the intro for the next episode to see that scene where the 12 crows fly away and enjoy that one. James never disappoints. This was such a special episode. Not only did Suki come through, although of course I wish he had an even bigger celebration. Although I don't know if you can get any bigger than that one pose where Suki's doing a bicep curl. His glass is pointing down after he blocked Ushijima. Then we had Yamaguchi coming through. And we had just an amazing back and forth battle between Inari and Karasuno, and even a coaching battle. I love that they're also going deep into these huddles, and a lot of the game plans and confidence of the team is being driven and maintained by the coaches. And then we got the participation from the crowd. We have Tanaka's girlfriend feeling embarrassed when Tanaka's going nuts and everyone's laughing at Tanaka. And then of course we got Yamaguchi's mentor. Man, that was so touching. Might be one of my top 10 scenes so far. It's on the same level as Asahi yelling when he's demanding the ball and he's screaming, Suga! And then crushing through the block. Not as high as that one, because that might be my favorite scene of all time, but pretty close to that. I'm still mind blown that it's been 3 episodes and only one set has happened. I'm definitely drawn into this national tournament. We haven't seen Daichi come in big yet. Nishinoya has had his big game against Shiratorizawa, but I'm trying to think back if Daichi ever had like a huge moment for himself where he goes Super Saiyan or does something amazing for the team. He's usually been just that steady player, that glue of the team that's not going to get too crazy up and not get too crazy down, which is what you need. But just for my own entertainment purposes, I want to see Daichi just have a huge match. Now for the second best part of this video, I'm going to choose one more snack from the Tokyo Treat box. I'm really curious what this turtle one's all about. Does it taste like turtle? Let's check it out. Kind of shaped like a turtle. Okay, pretty good. Just like a salty sweet rice cracker. Still very delicious. Don't forget, if you want to try your own authentic Japanese snacks straight from Japan, make sure you use my link in the description box below. Sign up for a monthly subscription and have some snacks with me as we continue on this Haikyuu reaction journey. Make sure you watch all my previous episodes by clicking on this playlist right here, and I know you're gonna like this video right here.